The bravest person I know is my daughter, Cynthia.
My friend Sean, and he was in the Air Force.
One of the bravest things he ever did wasn't when he first enlisted, it was when he found his first support group.
It was when he asked to move in with me and my mom.
I felt like I was lost, and you gave me a place to stay.
She went on foreign soil. She went to war. But the bravest thing she did is when she asked for help.
right, good evening, Hermosa Beach. I'd like to call to order the May 6th, 2025 Parks and Recreation Community Resources Advisory Commission meeting. Roll call, please. Or, you know what, pardon me, we'll go with Pledge of Allegiance first. Mike Bell, would you lead us in Pledge of Allegiance, please? Thank you.
Ready? Begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now I'll sing the national anthem.
We'll hold you to it. Thank you, Mike. Okay, roll call, please.
Commissioner Ellman, noting the absence of Commissioner Ellman. Commissioner Horowitz.
Here.
Commissioner Maroney.
Here.
Vice Chair Paiser-Maines.
Here.
Chair Lang.
Present.
You have quorum.
Awesome, thank you very much. I apologize about the casual attire, but coming straight off a Little League game, and it was an amazing, amazing game. So everybody's been playing wonderfully this season. Do we have any announcements? And I'll start with Tom to my left.
It's not so much an announcement, but I just wanted to thank you for the Surf Awards and the induction ceremony. It's a pleasure to watch you do it. You're the glue that, holds them together, so thanks.
Well, thank you very much. There's a lot of people involved that deserve far more accolades than myself, but Tom Horton with the South Bay Board Riders Club, and then we'll go down the list of other folks, plus city staff, Lisa, Brian, and everybody else involved. So, Tom, thank you for recognizing that. I appreciate it. Lauren? No? Tracy? Okay. Moving on to presentations.
Chair Lang, I do have the upcoming city events presentation I can give, and then we could jump right into presentations if that's okay.
Whatever works best for you.
Okay. We'll queue up the presentation. Okay, so in the month of May, we have several permitted events. This past weekend, we had the Classic Car Show, Pets in the Park, the Little League Night at the Ballpark, and SoCal Beach Foundation. So that was all this past weekend. And then this coming weekend, we have our new event, the Hermosa Classic, the California Beach Volleyball Association Tournament, the AAU Southern Grand Prix Series, and then we have State of the Art the following weekend. Epic Days has canceled in the month of May. They are trying to start back up their events in August. And we have the Fiesta Hermosa Memorial Day weekend, beach tennis tournaments May 30th through June 1st, and the You Are Enough 5K on May 31st. Next slide. We have our department-hosted excursion, and we are going to the Strawberry Festival on May 18th. We still have 13 spots available for anyone who's interested in joining us. A charter bus picks participants up from the community center and will transport participants to the Strawberry Festival and then back to the community center. So for more information and for tickets, you can go to hermosabeach.gov/recreation. Next slide. And this last slide here is our upcoming theater performances in the community theater and the Second Story Theater. For more information on each of these productions and for information on how to get tickets, you can visit hermosabeach.gov/theater. We have an upcoming events flyer that gives a lot more detail. And this concludes the upcoming events presentation.
Awesome, thank you. I just realized I did that out of order, sorry.
That's okay. And we can jump into presentations now if you'd like, Chair Lang.
Perfect.
Okay, so we have the Hermosa Beach Youth Basketball postseason presentation this evening, and we should have Kate Zimmer.
Close enough. Dan and Matt.
Oh, okay, so sorry, Dan. So Dan will be giving the postseason presentation. Thanks for being here tonight to do that.
Should I use this? All right. Thanks for having me. I have a 27-minute speech, if that's okay. This is gonna be really good, though. It's gonna be. Hi, Yanni. I haven't seen you in 2 days. I like the hat. How'd the game go? Did you win?
We won.
Belfirm? You took down Belfirm?
Dude. Wow. 4-11.
All right. Our boys are very close, and Yanni and I are very close, so this isn't our first time meeting. I'm going to read like kind of verbatim-ish for a couple parts, and then I'll go off script. I'm Dan. I help run HPYB. I guess I'm technically the incoming president. I've been the boys' overall commissioner and just kind of a helping hand. Vanessa Zimmer is the outgoing president. She's on our board. We have 5 board members. But one of the things I say to our coaches when I do a coaches meeting is raising a child takes a village, and so does organizing a successful youth basketball league. So in addition to the volunteers, our coaches, I want to thank you all for being a huge part of our success and for helping keep HPYB going. It's been since the 80s, maybe the 36th season this past season. As a refresher, HPYB, what we do is we bring families across the South Bay, and you'll see how big HPYB actually is. We bring the community together through basketball, teamwork, healthy competition. We want to provide an enjoyable, engaging basketball experience for all our young athletes, and we put a lot of emphasis on that and a lot of energy into everyone having a great time in our league. When the season ends, the only thing that matters is that our players enjoy playing so much that they want to play next season. We have 5 people on the board. Vanessa Zimmer, our president and legal advisor. She's got 2 kids in the league, 6 years on the board. Myself, I got 2 kids in the league. This is my 2nd season on the board. Stacy Tercios, girls commissioner and referee director. She's got 2 kids in HPYB and 4 seasons on the board. Jessie Geiger, our treasurer and head of operations. She's got 2 kids formerly in HPYB, but she loves the role so much that she's stuck around for an extra year. And Joseph Fix, who is appropriately named because he's our tech guy and he fixes stuff. He's got 1 kid in HPYB and 4 seasons on the board. This year was really good, probably our best year ever. Ever since 2022, when we were the only league that ran a season in the summer, because of COVID, every other league was shut down. Everyone came over to HPYB. We had almost 1,000 kids. We do not have the capacity for 1,000 players, but we figured it out. And every season since, we've had negligible drop in that number, and we figured it out with the help of you all, with the community center, with the Clark courts, and the scheduling, the operations, and the opportunities you all provide for us. But because we have had negligible drop, that kind of means that everyone from other towns came in and they didn't leave, which also means that people prefer HPYB over the other leagues, which is pretty cool and a testament to the town, the resources, and what our community is able to provide. We have 42% of our league is Hermosa kids, which actually sounds too low, and we actually are working on a game plan to bump that number up. 30% Redondo, 19% Manhattan, and then Torrance, Hawthorne, El Segundo, Lawndale, Inglewood, Rolling Hills, Playa Vista, Harbor City, Marina del Rey, Gardena, Los Angeles, wherever that is, you know, those addresses that just say LA. I've already said this, but the community center and the opportunities that the city of Hermosa and you all provide for us is so important, and we are so grateful for the opportunity you provide for us. Scheduling and operations, I want to call out Cambria, who has been not just in her role doing the job, but doing the job so well, so responsive, and so kind in the way she handles herself. For the past, I'm not sure how many years we've been working with her, that has been our favorite person to interact with. Rim height adjustments in the community center. Sometimes we get a different division, we need to raise a rim, and we call a number, and in 2 minutes we have someone raising the rim. It's really great. The Clark court's also critical to our development. They're open early and they close late, which we really need for the younger divisions and the older divisions. We have so many kids that play on those courts every single day during the season. Our registration fee, we have one of, if not the lowest registration fee for any youth sports league in the area. On the topic of donations, we're working on this because in the past 2 years, or past 2 years before this season. We've been able to donate over $60,000 to Hermosa entities. So, for example, the Hermosa Valley Scoreboard, repaving Hermosa View, adding a basketball court to Hermosa View, lobbying to get Hermosa View reopened for the public on weekdays and weekends after school. HBF donations. So we're trying to find ways that we can use funds to make Hermosa and the community better. This year, what we've done is one of the board members caught wind that Hermosa Valley needed new uniforms for football, track, cross country. They're all worn out. They're 200 years old. And so we're like, let's do it. So we not only donated $2,000, we figured out who's going to print them, and we designed uniforms and look really cool. I'll show you later on my phone. The activities we were able to do this season, we did a thing called Friday Night Hoops twice. It's a night at Hermosa Valley where the whole league gets together, watches the older divisions compete, eat Hector's tacos, just like Hermosa baseball, play glow-in-the-dark basketball, participate in a dunk contest booth, and take home custom printed jersey or shirts and hats, just like this one, Attack the Rim, Octopus versus Shark. We also had Clippers Camp. The LA Clippers reached out to us, say, hey, we hear a lot of great things about HPYB. We want to do something with you. And so the first thing we did this season was we had an entire Clippers basketball camp at Hermosa Valley for Ski Week. It was awesome. That's only one of the many activations we're going to have with the Clippers this season, the next season, and the following seasons. Hopefully more in Hermosa too. We had championship night where we promoted and hosted 2 nights of championship games with pizza for everybody to increase the amount of fans out and about in Hermosa on really valuable nights to get people walking through around Pier Avenue. Our future plans, there's a lot. I won't go into all of them, but we're going to get way cooler and way more stuff. Yanni probably knows some of this because we spent a lot of time in a car going up there to Big Bear and back. But Clippers night, get the kids over to the Clippers game, playing a scrimmage on the court during halftime, which is insane and amazing. We did that 2 years ago. The younger kids giving high fives in the tunnel to all the players and Steve Ballmer, the owner. We're going to do Harlem Wizards night for opening night for HPYB season. It's kind of like the Harlem Globetrotters. They are a traveling group of basketball players, and they play against the coaches of HPYB and maybe even some of the older players. And we at HPYB, Hermosa Beaches Basketball, we're all volunteers. We work very hard to have a great league, and we're only looking to do bigger and better things, and we appreciate all the energy and effort that you give to us, and we want to make sure that we reciprocate that. So thank you very much for having us, and we look forward to a great 2026 season.
Any comments from commission?
That's really impressive. Sounds great. Is there anything the city can do for you?
Be careful what you ask me.
Well, this is your opportunity.
Well, had they briefed me and told me that, I would have had a list. I'll think about it. I would love to actually follow up on that. Cool. Yeah, thank you.
Lauren?
Well, that sounds like a lot of fun. Where do we sign up?
Well, I won't ask you your age, but I'll give you the URL, and you can put in your information, and we'll see if there's a spot. Yeah.
Okay, but thank you. Really impressive. Appreciate you giving a shout out to Cambria, who is just such a wonderful asset for the city. Yeah,
I work with her all the time, or email, and it's been fantastic. Truly.
Yeah. So thank you for that, and what a great experience for the kids. You really are thinking of all sorts of creative ways to engage them, on top of the fun of playing basketball. So thank you.
Appreciate it.
Trace?
I only ever hear really great things about HBYB, and the fact that you can have 1,000 kids and make them all have fun and give back at the same time. is really impressive. And thank you for sharing all of that with us.
It's a really good group of volunteer parents.
Dan, thanks for all the kind words. Thanks for crushing it. It's one of those activities that the entire community looks forward to, coming right off the holidays, right for Little League, the energy that you get on the court, whether it's at Hermosa Valley or at the community center, you can't duplicate it. And we've spent a lot of time talking, and yes, you are going to wow the community with all your future plans. The merch you've done so far is spectacular. The utilization of the community center on the Friday nights and the glow night was spectacular. So please don't hesitate to ask us what we can do for you, and we're looking forward to next season. Thank you very much for all your time.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Okay, next.
Next, we have the Classic Car Show post-event presentation. This is a part of their long-term agreement requirement, and we should have David Friedman on the line. He's joining us virtually.
Greetings, I'm here. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, wonderful. Okay. Let's see. This was our 26th year doing the show. I am a Hermosa Beach native, and I started the show once, the plaza was created. Hang on, let me turn on my video. There we go. It was just another great show. Cloudy, cool, overcast day, which is great car show weather. We had 48 cars, the most we've ever had. And it was a wonderful show. The tenants on the plaza were thrilled, like Sharky's and Hennessy's and Patrick Malloy's, because all the managers said, oh, we're infinitely more crowded than we would be on a cold, early May, day if you weren't here. So they really appreciated us. And all the participants, classic car owners, had a great time. And 26 years of doing it, and it's always been a free show. No registration fee, no judging, no awards, no fundraising, just a great day at the beach where everyone can enjoy the cars and enjoy Hermosa Beach.
Thank you very much. Tom, any comments?
No, I walked through the show. It's a great show. I do it every year. It's very well done. If somebody wanted to enter a car, what do they have to do? Contact you, email, through your website?
Yeah. Contact me, please. We the more locals, especially members of Parks and Rec and the City Council, the more we have locals coming, the more we love it. And really, the only thing I wanted to add that was a little bit of a surprise for the first time this year was that Austin and Brian from Parks and Rec contacted me on Thursday and said, how do you want to pay the $1,040 for the Public Works folks? And I said, I don't know how, because we have a contract with the city where my car club is a teeny 501c3. We don't have $10, let alone $1,000. So Brian was somehow able to make this happen, but our contract is up for a renewal for another 2 or 3 years, and we need to address that issue. We love having the Public Works people there, but our people for the last 26 years have been parking the cars. They know what they're doing. So it's something that when we talk about the contract, it's something that we have addressed. Because like I said, we can't scrape together $10, let alone 1,048 hours before the show.
Was that the first year?
This was the first time I ever got that phone call in 26 years of doing the show.
Right. Lisa, they do have fees to pay, don't they?
Yeah, this is a direct cost for Public Works overtime, which Brian had a conversation with David last year that we were able to waive since it was a new practice to have Public Works oversee any cars loading onto Pier Plaza, any cars loading off of Pier Plaza for safety purposes. We are looking into what we can do for next year and modifying some of the insurance requirements in the special event policy guide so it reduces liability really and reduces the need to have Public Works maybe on site. but I don't have an answer to speak to exactly on if we will be able to eliminate that requirement. It's been something that's been happening over the past 2 years and something we've been, really trying to educate event producers on, that this would be a requirement for safety purposes.
Okay, well, I guess, Lisa, I appreciate the update. We'll figure it out.
They are paying an indirect fee, though, or is that waived as part of the long-term agreement?
No indirect fees apply for the Endless Summer Classic Car Show because there is no participant entry fees and there's no spectator fee, and it falls under 500 people throughout the day, so it's a Category 1, and we can waive it because there's no participant entry fees.
Yep, no fees of any kind.
Lauren?
Just wondering, so how was the turnout with the weather?
It's pretty simple. It's a cloudy, cold day out. We get 300 to 400 people. And if it's a really sunny day, we get 30 to 40,000 people, or somewhere in between. So this was a cloudy, cold day, and it was still a very nice turnout.
Good, good. And I just saw on social media there was a little bit of confusion when the day was. Some people were very disappointed because they missed it. They thought it was, they thought it was, I think, Sunday, not Saturday. So I was just wondering, how are you getting the word out on this?
Well, first of all, the Chamber of Commerce posted the right day. So I'm trying to figure out who posted the wrong day, because it's My Car Club, it's the right day on their website. But what's most important, like I said, is I work with the Chamber of Commerce, and they posted it the right day. They posted our flyer.
Okay.
So do you know, I guess you wouldn't have that level of detail about who said they thought it was Sunday.
No, I just want to make sure that everybody gets to experience it. Maybe they just got it wrong. It could be people they may have just gotten it wrong, and in their head they thought Sunday and not Saturday, and people were telling them, you missed it. Wait,
okay, because
look forward to next year.
The other gentleman, I'm sorry, his name was Tom, the guy who said he came through the show?
Yeah.
He knew it.
He knew it, yeah.
Right?
So other people knew it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was a wonderful, wonderful show. Woodies and a flock of DeLoreans and lots of convertibles and some really cool lowriders. So on to the 27th year, and Lisa and I and Brian and everyone else will figure out how to keep this going.
Yeah, I certainly hope we do. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and I'm super grateful to all of you for your continuing support of this wonderful show. And I live in Hawaii now, and I fly back on my own dime. I'm not a martyr. I just love the show. I love my hometown. That's why I come back every year to do it.
Hold on, David, stand by. We got some more kind words coming your way.
I love kind words. Give me kind words, quickly.
Lots of kind words. I think that's great that you come back for it. I mean, 26 years, that's a real testament. And that you can bring people out on a cold, cloudy day and get them out to the town is terrific. So my car is 12 years old, so maybe in about 8 years I can enter it as a classic car.
Then. Yeah. Sure. We'll keep a space for you for our.
Thanks, David.
12 years. You got it. But thank you for the kind words. I appreciate it.
So, David, thank you for the 26 years of service. You are an event coordinator that we like to recognize and cite as one of the perfect event coordinators. You have your service that you provide to the community is one that, is successful despite the weather. Obviously, we all want a ton of folks showing up, but we can always rely on your event to bring people out no matter what. And you touched on something really special, and I hope that you get the recognition you deserve time and time and over again, is that the local restaurants and businesses are recognizing the service of your event by filling them in a capacity that they normally wouldn't be filled. So thank you very much. Keep up the good work with the chamber, work with us, let us know what we can do. My dad's got a 76 VW bus. He'd love to enter it into the show, and the grandkids would be stoked. So we'll be in touch.
Super cool. I really appreciate it. Again, the tenants love us. We park cars right in front of their restaurants, and like I said, sometimes you get May Gray in Hermosa, and on a cloudy, cold day, it's the world of difference, bringing people down to Hermosa on a day like that they normally wouldn't think of coming down because they know the show is on Saturday.
Thank you for keeping Hermosa fun, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you all. Appreciate your time and your support. Best wishes.
Bye. Next.
Next, we have the Fine Arts Festival pre-event presentation, which is a long-term agreement requirement, and we have Sam Parati here, and I believe, and Allison as well.
Put all my stuff here. And I need glasses after all these years. First, I would like to thank Lisa Nichols and her staff for all the help that they've given us over the years and helping us with our event. My name is Sam Parati. I'm president of the Arts Group of Hermosa Beach, and we produce the Fine Arts Festival, which is held on the east lawn of the community center. This year, our event will be held on Saturday, June 7th, and Sunday, June 8th. 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Setup is Friday, it's June 6th, and takedown is Sunday, late afternoon, June 8th. We also have an artist reception on Friday evening at the Hermosa Beach Museum, which is from 5 to 8. There were rumors still going around that that's a fundraiser and there's an admission fee. That's not true. Just plain old reception. And Allison Cortine, who is here this evening, she'll be discussing the reception. And by the way, Allison was our featured artist in 2023. She did the Woody with the surfboards. Guess if you remember that poster. We expect about 75 artists, and they use 10 by 10 pop-up tents. We rent the South Bay Alano Club, their parking lot, for artist parking, and that way there's less burden with us taking up parking spaces in the community center parking lot, because there are other events going on. Before I go further, I'd like to thank the members of our board of directors who all are involved in producing this event. Don Atkins, he updates our website and also prepares the postcards and posters, and he's also involved with social media, Facebook, Instagram, that stuff. Robin Alatorre, she's a retired school teacher. Before she retired, she was the art teacher here at Valley School. And she's responsible for the student art program. Jan Britton, she's our treasurer. She pays all our bills. She helps coordinate the Friday night reception and also works at the information booth on Saturday and Sunday. I mentioned Allison Cortine. She's also our secretary. Lynn Logan, she is a school teacher here in town and helps coordinate the Friday night reception and the student art program. And new to our board is Joanna Grell. She was our featured artist in 2019, and she also has a gallery of her own Aviation Boulevard in Manhattan Beach. I'd like to thank some people that who've made donations to us. Ryan Nowicki, he donates 4 scholarships to Hermosa Beach High School students. 2 go to Miracosta High School and 2 to Redondo Beach High School. And Ryan's been doing this probably since 2008. The Kiwanis Club gives us a donation, which funds our student art program. The Newman family, first it was Ron Newman, now Greg Newman, they give us a donation each year. And Hermosa Cyclery, they donate us a bicycle each year, which we raffle off. We have 3 booth spaces for student art and 2 booth spaces for younger children. It's like a craft, 2 booth spaces, but it's like crafts that young children can participate in. The other 3 booth spaces, it's mainly art from the Valley School, but we're trying to get more high school students to submit art. And one year we even had student art from El Camino. But we're trying real hard to get students from the high schools to participate. It seems really difficult to coordinate that, maybe because our event is after the schools close. I don't know. But in the past, the artists have said they really like our event. I work at the information booth, and a lot of times the artists will come over and ask us where they can have dinner and things like that. And the next day, they'll say, hey, the place you recommended was really good. They like the restaurants on Upper Pier Avenue. And the artists from out of town, I don't mean Redondo, Torrance, I'm talking about Northern California. And there's a couple of artists even come down from Oregon. Ahead of time, they contact us for places to stay. And I give them a list of about 5 hotels in the area, but they prefer the hotels on PCH in Aviation Air because it's walking distance to the event. It's a lot easier for them to just walk to the event, not look for parking and all that stuff. And Mike Bell is here tonight also. He does a lot of the logistical things. If you got any questions for him also. But do you have any questions for me? Oops.
Tom? Lauren?
Yeah. Hey, Sam. I wondered how you're going about marketing the event now.
Yeah, we, of course, have our own website. And Don Atkins, there's media sites that advertise art events, and all the big events are on that. And then Don also created a Facebook page for us. We have an Instagram account, local advertising, Easy Reader, Beach Reporter, maybe Daily Breeze, posters, postcards.
Okay, great, thank you.
Tracy?
Hi, Sam. Refresh my memory. Do you also partner with the Scouts who sell the water and popcorn at the event?
That's right, yeah, I forgot to mention that. Jan Britton coordinates that. And for the last couple of years, she's contacted the Boy Scouts, and they have their own popcorn machine and water, bottled water. And they've been very efficient, if I could use that term. And they're really on the ball. You know, they're out there. You know, it's not like they're just goofing around. And sell their popcorn, and they have their popcorn maker there, and it's fresh.
That's great. And also you said something about the school being out of session when your event takes place. I don't believe that's true. I think they're still in session until
really?
the second or third week of June. So don't let that be a hindrance to you.
All right. I'll talk to Lynn Logan about it, because we're not, she's teaches at Valley, but we're not having a problem with the Valley School. For some reason, the high schools just don't seem to be interested. And I thought it was because it was towards the end of the year, but
It's towards the end of the year, but the school's not out yet.
yeah, but maybe they just aren't interested.
But I hope it's a great event. I look forward to it every year.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, you're all welcome to come out. And Allison's going to talk about the reception. Come out to that. Each year we get more and more people.
Sam, once again, thank you for your event and your partnership. You guys, the event you produce is what we consider a signature event to this community, and keep up the good work. And absolutely, we'll stop by and say hello, and looking forward to hearing what Allison has to offer.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
I've been in, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be doing this, but I've been doing it for 20 years, so it's, as long as I'm healthy and standing, I'm going to be doing it.
Thank you so much.
Well, I'm going to be 84 in a couple of months, and you know, it's,
Well, happy birthday in advance, Sam.
oh, thank you.
Thank you for all you do for the city.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Alison Corteen. I'm the Secretary of the Fine Art Board. And just quickly wanted to say we're having our artist reception that we've had for the past couple of years. Am I not loud enough? Normally people tell me I'm too loud, sorry.
You can bring it closer. if you need to.
So yeah, we are having the artist reception that we've had for the last couple of years. It's on the Friday before the event, so the 6th of June, 6 till 8. It's really an event for the artists to meet each other and get to know each other, because when you're actually manning the booth, I can speak from experience, it's hard to get around to talk to everyone. But it's also open to members of the public who maybe want to come and meet the artists in a more intimate setting and ask questions. We provide some food and drink. It's in the museum, so it's a really lovely setting. You know, it's really interesting. People often haven't been to the museum, so it's nice that they see the museum as well. And yeah, it's just been growing year on year. Popular event.
Anybody have any questions of Allison?
I do. So at your reception, do you take advantage of, even though it's a free event, having your merchandise out so people can buy posters or other things? As I know from experience working, being part of the board in the past, that it's a small but mighty organization, but you know, there's always a need for some additional funds.
Yeah, certainly the artists are encouraged to show their art. Do you mean the museum?
When you're at when you're doing the reception at the museum,
Yeah.
do you have some of the Arts Fair Festival merchandise out for people to purchase? And
We do not have any. We don't have any merchandise.
I know there's posters that have been sold in the past.
Some of the artists have their work on display, but I guess if someone insisted that they buy it, you know, it would be okay. But normally, I don't think we've had the posters or old things like that for sale there.
Okay, thank you. I was curious.
All right.
Tracy?
That may be an idea for next year. Yes.
Go.
Yes, I know.
Thank you, Allison.
Okay,
Appreciate
thank
it.
you.
We've got 2 vacancies on our board of directors. So if you know anyone that's interested in being on our board, you can contact me, Allison. Go to our website, all our phone numbers are there. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, next presentation. Commission, any questions of Mike?
Again, my memory. Was it last year that the barriers were a surprise?
It's been a couple years.
It's been a couple years. Okay,
Yeah.
so everything's good
Yeah,
on that.
yeah.
You're ready.
We've gotten used to it.
Okay, perfect. That's it.
Thanks a lot. Thanks
You
for
always do a good
giving
job,
us
Mike.
all your support.
Thank you for the service. Appreciate it. Okay, next presentation.
Next, we have the state-of-the-art pre-event presentation, a long-term agreement requirement, and we have Raphael McMaster here to give the presentation.
Greetings. How are you all doing? It's good to see each of you. Indivisible Arts is excited to be doing our annual fundraiser, the State of the Art, a week from Saturday, May 17th. We feel that something really magical is brewing down there on Cypress. And this summer, we're transforming Resin into the Emerging Consciousness Broadcast Center. Imagine the Khan Academy, but instead of learning math, they're learning mental and emotional health tools. And the recordings they'll be seeing won't be me, they'll be other youth, so many youth, local youth, Hermosa youth. And so this event on May 17th is kind of the blast off of that rocket ship. It's the single night that makes that transformation into the Emerging Consciousness Broadcast Center possible. This will be something that'll be a national thing that we're looking to grow. And I didn't plan to say any of this, but I just realized I'm so proud that it's starting in Hermosa. Hermosa is like the absolute perfect little nest. So I just want to say thank you guys all for, you've watched all of this since its inception. And thank you for being part of that story, part of this journey. If this story has 25 chapters, we're like at the beginning of chapter 4. So we're just getting started. But this annual event, which you guys are fantastic partners for, you make it really easy for us. You help us shape it into a successful and sustainable event each year. So thank you for that. I believe we have a couple slides which highlight a sitemap you guys sent over today. Shoot, I may have responded back to someone who didn't send it to you.
Yeah, we don't have them, unfortunately.
Cool, I sent them around 4 o'clock today to, I believe, Madison.
Yeah, so we typically post the agenda the week before, so we ask for presentations so we could post it with the agenda.
My deepest apologies. Well, I assure you.
We could get them to the commission, though. I'll have Madison forward them to me, and we can email them over to the commission.
My apologies. That's oversight on my behalf. There's a lot of emails I receive every day, and I apologize for missing that. However, it is a similar sitemap to all of the years. For anyone who's come, we really utilize the building across us, the Dave Shaw building. It's this really, if you haven't come, so first off, if you haven't come, please come this year. I'm happy to cover your ticket. I would love for you to get to experience this. It's radical. Just reach out to me directly and we'll make sure that you have a fantastic night. So when you get there, I don't know if you guys know where we're situated in the Dave Shaw building, a concrete building, and we build out that whole fenced-in compound, and the only way to get in is the far back corner of the Dave Shaw building, where you go on this 7-part serpentine adventure that included with Magic Castle magicians and youth talking consciousness, and we built out a constellation this year. If you look at the creative, there is a set of stars, a constellation. If you were to take those stars and overlay them over a map of South Bay, what you would see is those stars are Beach City's Health District and Alcove, Walk with Sally, Friendship Foundation, Richstone, Da Vinci Rise, Da Vinci Design, Miracosta, and the Hermosa Schools, which are all of our partners. And the reason why we chose to do the storytelling around that constellation of partners is we realized that so many people have amazing connections with our organization, but very few people fully understand the breadth of what we do through all of those partner programs. We've got like 10 partner programs going on at once on top of what we do at Resin. And so we thought this would be a terrific opportunity to try and educate and inform all of our supporters to the full breadth of what their support goes towards impacting. So once again, I'm so sorry for messing up and not sending that. It's a really beautifully designed site map too. I was so excited about it. So you go through that whole serpentine adventure, and then it finally spits you out in front of Resin, where Palmia has a big 8-sided bar in the center of the street, and Uncorked has a bar. We'll have a big stage. There'll be young singer-songwriters who write original music. There's this one girl, Gracie. Please, if you can be there. She's something really special. She was born to be a songwriter. I think she's 9, and she's writing an album with each of the different people, and Cole is writing with her, and Aiden's writing with her, and I'm writing with her, and her music's incredible. She's a true talent. So I won't go on about those things. Logistically, may I answer any questions? How may I be of service?
Tom?
I just think the whole transformation of the Cypress area has been really interesting, for the city. I'm embarrassed to admit that I think there's 2 events in town the last 4 years that I've never made it to. This is one of them, and I'm not going to be there this year either, but I'll put it on my list. Eventually, I have to get there.
Well, Raphael, I've agreed for a while as well that Cypress area has such potential. And I'm glad to see that you are using that creative artist vision to imagine it in some really exciting ways. The arts seem to be under attack right now, and so it is gratifying to hear about all you're doing and uplifting the message of, which is what I try to do in my day job as well, about the power of arts to heal and all the benefits of arts to really benefit society, especially youth and other people that really need the special gifts of the arts. So thank you for that. And it's been a while, so I will certainly try to be there this year.
Please, it'll be our best one yet. I'm sure of it.
Thank you.
Tracy?
Your enthusiasm and your passion is infectious, and listening to you, it really gives everybody a good feeling, I hope. Emerging Consciousness Project, that's the new name?
Emerging Consciousness Broadcast Center.
Broadcast Center,
Yeah.
okay, I want to make sure I
Everything
have
will,
it right.
Resin will still be Resin, Indivisible Arts will still be Indivisible Arts. This is just a specific project, a specific website, a platform where anyone can go to free, any kids, to start getting tools that work for free, communicated, explained by other kids their age, using examples that are just like what they're going through, with starring Hermosa kids.
I'll just say thank you for all the kids out there who are going to take advantage of it, because it sounds great. And I was at your event, I think a few years ago. I think it was a different iteration of it, but it was so well done and really impactful. So thank you. And
Will we see you again this year?
I'm going to try.
Okay. Do or do not. There is no try.
There is no try. Thank you, Yoda.
You know what else is infectious other than your energy and enthusiasm? That shirt.
Right?
That shirt is awesome.
Right?
But to be completely serious, once again, I think this evening we were so fortunate to have some significant partners that really do make Hermosa fun, do make Hermosa Beach different, and you sit at the top of that pyramid. And not only is your service to the youth, but the community, but you utilizing a different perspective of Hermosa as a canvas, identifying Cypress as an opportunity to celebrate the arts and just make not only Hermosa, but the South Bay, but the world better, because by making every single child mature and capture your vision, you're making the world better. So that didn't come out as articulate as I wanted to, but you've known me long enough, you know what I mean. And from the bottom of my heart and everybody else, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to serve.
Oh, that was awesome, guys. That was a really fun evening. Moving on to the Community Resources Director's Report.
Thank you, Chair Lang. We'll cue up the presentation. Okay, we can go to next slide. Okay, so our first, my first update this evening as part of the Community Resources Director Report is to highlight the Community Resources Department's really involvement in the California Parks and Rec Society, and that's CPRS for short. I'm going to refer to it moving forward as CPRS. A lot of the community resources team members are heavily involved in this organization, which really is an organization that benefits Parks and Rec professionals with many training opportunities, networking, and just professional growth overall. So first, I'd really like to highlight an event that was held in April. It was the Awards and Installation Banquet. And Recreation Coordinator Nick Shattuck actually served as the president this past year of the board. So the board includes not only Hermosa Beach, but several cities in Los Angeles County. So he was recognized for his service this past year, and he served as outgoing president. And we have our incoming president actually being another one of our Hermosa team members. It's now Brian Sousa, our senior recreation supervisor, not senior recreation brochure, as that slide says. He is our senior rec supervisor. So he is now the president of D9, District 9. And we also have our special events and filming coordinator, Austin, on the board, and he is now serving as the rec section rep. And also at this event, we recognized one of our part-time team members, our youth programs counselor, Max, as an outstanding part-time professional. Max works in our Park After School program and our Valley Park Summer Day Camp, and actually attended both of those programs as a child. So it's really amazing to have him join us as a team member now, and he's been with us for several years, and we're so grateful. So really a lot of representation at that event and really in D9 from Hermosa Beach, and I'm just really proud of the team and wanted to share that with the commission tonight. And I'm not done. Our very own recreation coordinator, Cambria Vint, has been appointed the secretary of the state board's aging section. So really proud of the team and their involvement in CPRS and the representation that we have for Hermosa Beach. Next slide. This next slide is something that we've added for the past few meetings to provide an update on City Council's direction on items that were previously on the Commission's agenda. So on April 8th, 2025, Council approved the subcommittee's recommendation, the naming subcommittee's recommendation to rename the Greenbelt Pedestrian Trail, which is just from Pier Avenue to 8th Street, the Greenbelt Accessible Trail, and the South Park Accessible Playground to the South Park Casey Rohr Accessible Playground. Next, the update is that the Day at the Beach, Hermosa Beach Open Long-Term Agreement was also approved at that meeting. So Hermosa Beach Open has a long-term agreement from 2025 through 2027 for the Hermosa Beach Open. Next slide. Actually, I think this concludes my presentation.
Any questions?
Yeah, first, the community, the city should be really proud of the leadership roles that your staff is playing in these organizations. I mean, it just speaks so highly of, who we have working. I do have a couple of questions, though.
Yes.
I did send you some emails. I just want to follow up on them.
Yes.
All right, Sunny, the mascot.
Yes.
Is Sunny, the mascot, have to go back into operation to be fixed, or do we need to replace Sunny?
So Sunny, the mascot, will, and don't get alarmed when I say this, he is going to be retiring, and he will be sending a family member to serve as our new Sunny, the mascot. So Sunny will be replaced, but Sunny will look just as wonderful as he did when he began serving as our mascot when he returns,
right,
when this new Sunny family member returns.
And we have the funding for that?
We do.
Excellent. And the other question, I've raised this before, and I did a more detailed email to you a couple of weeks ago, the idea of developing a theme for the month of July, where we have these 3 junior national volleyball Championships, which is unique in the country. It's the center of beach volleyball in the country for that month. And I had run it through AI. I gave you some ideas, but I'm just throwing it to you. Is that something that your staff would be interested in? Is it something you think might work? Could we do that?
We certainly could,
Right.
yes. Our wonderful special events and film team I can work with them to get something started for this July. And I really appreciate the list of ideas that you shared. That really will help get the idea off the ground.
And reach out to the chambers so they can feed it to the merchants, and maybe they can do something with the theme. You know, make it more fun, and you know, it's exciting. It's a big month.
Something to celebrate for sure.
I absolutely love that idea. I think we should take advantage of it and have fun with it and, you know, market it, and I think it will just do brilliant things for us. So I think that is fantastic to double down on Youth Volleyball Month during the month of July.
It's also National Parks and Recreation Month.
Absolutely,
so it'll be wonderful to highlight.
Yeah, it's a great way to recognize that. And speaking of recognition, I think this is amazing that our little city has such wonderful leadership and recognition in the CPRS in many ways. And congratulations to your leadership as the head of this department and to our talented staff. We're really proud of them.
Thank you.
Tom, that's such a good idea. Maybe Sunny's family member can make an appearance in July. But I really just wanted to reiterate what they said. It's really a testament to the strength of you and your staff to have taken on these leadership roles with such acclaim, you know, so congratulations.
Thank you, Commissioner Horowitz. Thank you, commissioners.
You guys rock for sure. Do we have is there going to be a formal ribbon cutting for the Greenbelt pedestrian trail?
There will be, yes.
Is that
so for the Greenbelt Accessible Trail?
Yes.
And it was the Greenbelt Pedestrian Trail.
I didn't have my glasses
yes,
on.
so we will have an official ribbon cutting for it. It will likely be in June once the plaque is delivered and once the landscaping has established itself. So it looks wonderful when we have our ribbon cutting, even more wonderful.
And I think, if I may, there'll be a separate ribbon cutting for the South Park Casey Rohr Accessible Playground, I believe in August.
Yes, when the CIP for the South Park slope and irrigation is completed.
Awesome, cool. Thank you. Okay, moving on to public comment.
This is the time for members of the public to address the commission on items on and not on the agenda, but within the commission's jurisdiction. Each speaker is limited to 2 minutes and will be taken in person only. A total of 30 minutes will be allocated for this comment period. A reminder that if you address the commission on a discussion item, you will not be able to address the commission on the same item when it is heard at a later part of the meeting. Chair, I did not receive any speaker cards.
Okay, thank you. Anybody in the room? Okay, so we'll close public comment and move on to, does anybody have any commissioner comments? I don't think we do. Moving on to the consent calendar. Anybody want to pull anything or make a motion to receive and file?
I'll make a motion that we receive and file the consent calendar.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay.
Voting is now open. Chair Lang,
Yes.
Vice Chair Pizer-Maines.
Yes.
Voting is now closed. Motion carries 4-0.
Thank you. Okay, moving on to public hearings. Item number 10A.
Our special events and filming coordinator, Austin, will be giving the staff report.
Good evening, Chair Lang and members of the Parks, Recreation, and Community Resources Advisory Commission. Tonight's public hearing is for the commission to consider recommending approval to City Council one new Impact Level 2 special event to the 2025 special events calendar. Staff would like to point out the event for the commission to consider in the attached staff report and presentation is titled Marbles in the Jar Film Premiere. However, staff became aware after publishing the correct film title is A Marble in the Jar. Sorry, next slide. Thank you. Staff would like to point out the event for the commission to consider in the attached staff report and presentation is titled Marbles in the Jar Film Premiere. However, staff became aware after publishing the correct film title is A Marble in the Jar. Therefore, the new event name is A Marble in the Jar Film Premiere. The event would be hosted by South Bay Board Riders Club at the Community Theater and Courtyard on Friday, June 6, 2025. The event would include a film screening of A Marble in the Jar at the Community Theater with a pre-event reception within the courtyard of the Community Center. The pre-event reception would include live music and food and beverages. The film screening of A Marble in the Jar, a documentary following professional surfer Tatiana Weston Webb, would follow in the Community Theater. Tatiana Weston Webb will also be in attendance and make an appearance at the event. The event producer anticipates 350 attendees and reception would be free for all attendees. The use of the courtyard is the event element that requires a special event permit to activate the public space. Additional event details are included in the Marbles in the Jar overview, attachment 3. Next slide. This concludes my staff report. We have requested the event producer to be in attendance should the commission have any questions, and staff is available to assist with questions as well. If the commission recommends approval for the event, the recommendation would go before the City Council at its May 13th, 2025 meeting for review and formal action. Thank you.
Does commission have any questions of staff?
Okay, so this is the same night as the Fine Arts Festival artist reception, right?
Correct.
Okay, and just refresh my memory, the time of the screening event is, when is that taking place?
The event time is from 5 to 9 p.m. The courtyard use should be from 5 to 7 p.m. and the film would be 7 to 9 p.m.
7 to 9 p.m., okay. Okay, and I'm just wondering about the parking situation there with the two events going on. Are they planning on, I guess we've never really utilized valet or anything like that.
No, it's first come, first serve.
Yeah,
Being
okay.
I believe it's a Friday night.
Yeah.
It's, the community center lot is busy regardless.
No matter
of
what,
any
yeah,
event activity
true.
at the community center.
True. Okay, because we have less parking spots available now. It seems that we have other city vehicles there now. So I'm just wondering what our total capacity is. And, you know, you probably don't have the answer to that, but I'm just curious when we have these bigger.
I think it's approximately 120.
120
spaces.
cars,
I
yeah.
think that includes the spaces along 11th Place.
Okay.
Most,
Yeah.
I mean, our South Bay Border Riders Club has so many events throughout the year, well, several events throughout the year now at our community center, and I think most attendees know it's best to not rely on parking being available at the community center on a Friday night,
Find
because it's
another
not
way.
only used for attendees at the community center, it's, you know, a free public parking lot for access to just, you know, downtown and everywhere.
Right, and as I recall, the Fine Arts, the Arts Festival event is exclusively inside the museum. They're not using any of the outdoor areas.
Right, and so with the reception, I'm trying to remember exactly what time they said the reception,
The reception,
Fine Arts Festival
6 to 8
reception
p.m.
started.
6 to 8 p.m. will be the
Okay,
Fine
so
Arts
there's-
Festival reception.
Yeah, so there's an hour overlap, but maybe it will lead to some attendees from South Bay Border Riders Club who aren't staying for the film to go to the reception in the
Right,
museum.
right.
We've had both spaces activated before without issue.
Okay, okay, yeah, I jotted down 5 to 8 p.m. But yeah, if you don't feel there's an issue, it'll be nice to see all this activity.
Tracy, any questions?
That was basically my question as well, and then I reminded myself that the Fine Arts Festival also has the use of the Alano Club parking lot, so that should alleviate some of the parking pressure for at least the attendees at the Fine Arts Artists Gathering, so.
Okay.
Does Sam know that this is going to happen at the same time? If not, give him a heads up. 'Cause
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would definitely make sure the museum is looped in. We, being neighbors, have very great communication.
Okay. I see we have the event producer here. I'd like to bring up Tom to answer any questions.
I just add a couple things too, pieces of information. First, I want to apologize to Lisa. I think I called you Kelly when I first walked in.
That's okay.
And I call my kids by the wrong names now too. So this film is very special. I wanted to add that it was produced by Greg Browning, a local surf legend. He was a recent Surfer Walk of Fame inductee last year. He passed away from ALS on April 11th. And he was the coach of Tatiana West. And he traveled with her around the world surfing. And the film's going to be really about her journey, the struggles she had with both physically as well as the mental game of being a professional surfer. And it also has some things in there about Greg. So it's going to be about Tatiana West, but it's really also a celebration of Greg Browning, the filmmaker he was. And a very special person. So there's going to be a lot of folks there from the community as well as probably outside the community, from the surfing community. And in terms of parking, I don't really think it'll be an issue. A lot of us all use Lyft and Uber right now too, knowing that there's unlikely to get a parking spot. And for the arts event, I think it's a great idea to encourage people to go into the museum. That museum is fantastic, and a lot of people still don't even know it exists in our community. But it would be a great opportunity to just maybe have a sign leading people into the art center too, if that's okay with the organizers of that event. I also wanted to make note of that the available date of June 6th was really kind of fortuitous because it created this 3 weeks of time where the South Bay Board Riders Club is celebrating women surfing, because on May 22nd, we have a film, Maya and the Wave, about the first toe-in big wave surfer, Maya Gabriela from Brazil, and her 10-year journey of making it through that process, including near death, surfing in Nazaré in Portugal. And then on May 31st, we have our Queen of the South Bay event, which is an all-female event for surfing. And then on June 6th will be this event about Tatiana West. So that was not planned that way, it just kind of happened. But we're really gonna try to celebrate this as women surfing, almost like Women's Surfing Month. So we're looking forward to it. It's gonna be a lot of girls and women attending all three events. So it should be a good time, and encourage you all to see both movies, Maya and the Wave, because it's not a surf film, it's more of a overcoming obstacles and perseverance and struggles. So that's it. Any questions?
Thank you, Tom. Tom, do you have any questions? Lauren?
I just want to say that sounds amazing, and love the theme, and it does make it more special knowing that Greg Browning was involved in this project.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Tracy? Okay, so just to announce to everybody, I do sit on the board of directors with Tom. So I believe I have been allowed to vote on this. But I just want the community to know this is going to be an awesome event. Not only is the club behind it, but Greg's behind it. Tatiana is such a special person, such an amazing surfer, Olympic gold medalist, body glove team rider. So we do anticipate a lot of energy and enthusiasm. Tom, did you have any other concerns that you wanted to address regarding the evening and the application?
I made the mistake of listing on the application. There was a question asking if there's going to be any celebrities there, and I kind of half jokingly said Tatiana West, but she's really not a celebrity, and I know it raised concern, I think, about security. And I apologize for that. That was, wasn't well thought out. But it's a surfer event, and we always, at all of our events, we have a couple security guards there that are licensed, and it's not going to be a concern for.
And I can
security.
support Tom on that. Over the course of the last 20 years, we've had an array of professional surfers who are celebrities within our space, the surf space, but nothing that of, say, Teen Choice Awards. So
And I cleared
celebrities to us, but casual folks, to the rest of the public.
And I
It
cleared
won't
up-
require any enhanced security or any other security concerns that are in the application.
And I confirmed that with Tatiana's manager too, John Oda. So he said, no, there's no way. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you, Tom. Okay. Bring it back to the dais for discussion or to make a motion.
The only thing I would recognize is we did receive an email with a resident that was concerned about whether this caused a problem with our limits. It doesn't.
It does not.
Okay.
I would move that we approve a new 2025 special event, a Marble in the Jar, to take place at the Community Center on Friday, June 6, 2025.
Is there a second? Yep.
I'll second.
I'm sorry, we're going to do public comment first.
Oops.
Oh, yes.
Pardon me. I apologize. Is there anybody in the public that'd like to make a comment on Marbles in a Jar? Marble in a Jar. Anybody online?
We do not have any.
Okay, we will close that. Thank you for reminding me. And we'll bring it back to complete the motion.
So you have a motion, we need a second.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor? Oh,
Voting is now open. Vice Chair Pizer Maines.
Yes.
Voting is now closed. Motion carries 3-0.
beautiful. Okay. Okay, moving on to 11A, matters for commission consideration.
Okay, this item is the recommended retirement of the Clark Building renovation, Hermosa Beach Concert Series, and Greenbelt Pedestrian Trail and South Park Accessible Playground renaming subcommittees. Next slide. These subcommittees have completed their task, and staff recommends the retirement of these 3 subcommittees. This leaves 2 standing subcommittees, our Municipal Lease Policy Subcommittee with Commissioners Ellman and Pizer Maines, and our Volleyball Court Use Policy Subcommittee with Commissioners Ellman and Horowitz. The Clark Building renovation had Commissioners Ellman and Pizer Maines serving on that subcommittee. The Greenbelt Pedestrian Trail and South Park Accessible Playground renaming subcommittee had Commissioners Ellman and Horowitz, and the Hermosa Beach Concert Subcommittee had Commissioners Horowitz and Lang. And I just want to thank all commissioners who served on those subcommittees. It was wonderful working with you on those subcommittees. And next slide. So in conclusion, again, we are recommending that these subcommittees be retired due to each of these subcommittees completing all the tasks assigned to them.
Any questions?
I have a note. The Municipal Lease Policy Subcommittee, I've served on that and not Barbara Ellman.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, unless she wants to take my place.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
I think I messed that up
Yeah.
on our last table, and I used our last table. So I apologize.
But I like the word retire next to my name. I'd like to retire.
You're stuck on that one. No, just kidding.
Any comments or questions? No? Public comment? Online?
There's no virtual hands raised online.
We'll close public comment, bring it back for discussion or a motion.
I can make a motion. I will move to retire the Clark Building Renovation Subcommittee, the Greenbelt Pedestrian Trail and South Park Accessible Playground Renaming Subcommittee, and the Hermosa Beach Concert Series Subcommittee.
Is there a second?
Yeah, I'll second.
All right.
Voting is now open. Chair Lang,
Yes.
Vice Chair Pizer Mains.
Yes.
Voting is now closed. Motion carries 4-0.
Okay. Moving on to future agenda items. Any requests to staff for future agenda items, Commission?
I have sent an email to Lisa about what we had discussed at the last meeting about trying to develop something with the youth in town. Lisa looked at the email. She and I have discussed it. I am going to edit the email and send it to her again, and hopefully that will come to us as a future agenda item this summer. Yeah. All right.
Okay. Anything else? No? All right. With that, we'll close tonight's meeting. Good night, Hermosa Beach. See you soon.